I was at SEMA last year. I managed to catch up with Justin. His Instagram is @oxtaco. That's @OXTACO. And he has this super cool 1960 Renault Dauphine. Not your typical car you see driving around anywhere. And this is definitely not your typical Renault on top of that. We had actually featured this car on Maniacs Reacts quite some time ago. And John and Justin have been talking online off and on for years now. It's been really cool to meet up with him. I always enjoy meeting people online, talking to them for a while, and then meeting them in person. It's always cool to put a face to the name and just be able to meet somebody in person and just talk to them. It's just a neat thing with the car culture and Instagram and kind of the day we live in, of being able to talk to somebody across the country or across another state or wherever, and then just to meet them in person. So according to Justin, a lot of these Renault Dauphines were brought in back in the 50s and 60s, but a lot of them fell into disrepair because we just didn't have the parts available for them. This one in particular had broke down all the way back in the 60s, and the owner before Justin had bought it just as a parts car for some other ones that he had. He parked it out in a field and it just sat there for like 50 years. Justin started this project in 2017. He had the first rendition of it in around 2018 sometime, finished up to where it was drivable with the custom chassis. It did not have as extreme of wide body fenders. It had some narrower fenders on it. And then in 2019, he brought it to SEMA with Hot Wheels. That's a really neat opportunity. And Justin is all about driving this thing. So after bringing it to SEMA in 2019, he drove it daily for about 3 years. He's on the same road as us. You've just got to drive your stuff. He decided to put it in the shop because he wanted to build the wider fenders for it. And he said, well, it could have taken about 2 to 3 months. It ended up being parked for about a year. Are you tired of your dim stock headlights and the yellow color that they give off? You need to check out Oxito LEDs. They have a huge selection, over 4,000 different bulbs available for different makes and models of cars and trucks, and SUVs, of course. Go to Oxito.com, enter your year, make, and model. It will tell you what bulbs work for your car. And when you go to checkout, enter Maniacs Garage 15, all one word, just like I show here. You will get 15% off your order. They have a new line of off-road lights with aluminum frames and lots of LEDs to light up all those desert creatures in the night. Now let's get back to our episode. He said it just kept having a problem here and a problem there, and it just got demotivating and frustrating at times. And so it didn't progress like he wanted it to, but man, did it turn out good. And if you caught that, I said he built the fenders. He built this entire car in his garage. This was not built in some big fancy shop with $1 million budget. This was all built in his garage with his tools, and he did a bang-up job. This carbon fiber turned out awesome, which he did all himself. He built the whole chassis himself. This car is truly one of a kind. And while Justin has done some carbon fiber work before, this is the first time he's taken on a project this big. These fenders are very complex. They're very three-dimensional with rounded edges, and the splitters that you see are actually molded into them. They're not added on afterwards. So there was a lot of challenges that presented themselves building these. In his words, he made it way more difficult than it needed to be. But he said if he had to do it over, he would do it just the same as he did it. He's extremely happy with how they turned out, and they're very strong. They're not flimsy whatsoever. So one of my favorite parts when we first saw this car and when we featured it on Maniacs Reacts, Justin was, I guess, still in the building process, but the whole rear subframe was unbolted. He tipped it up on its wheels, rolled it up, and stood it up against the wall. I'm like, what in the world? So this is a 2000 era Volkswagen GTI that the engine and transmission and suspension is based on, the 6-speed and a VR6. Justin wanted this car extremely fun to drive. He wanted a true visceral experience with the engine sound, a nice tight package. He wasn't looking for 1,000 horsepower, he just wanted something super fun and reliable. Right now he's sitting right around 2,000 pounds with a little over 200 horsepower, and he feels like it's the perfect package. He built the whole chassis for this car. He didn't just take the existing Volkswagen subframe and build off of it. He actually built a whole new subframe as well. While he used a modified version of the lower A-arms for the back, the upper A-arms on both are obviously new since the VW had struts. But he kept full camber, caster, and toe-in adjustments. When I asked him what fought him on this car, what was the gotcha, what was the thing that you struggled with the most? And he said actually the cooling was the thing he struggled with the most. When you put the radiator in the middle of the car, you have to get air to it somehow. And the whole bottom of this car is a giant flat sheet of aluminum. That's how it came and that's how he kept it. And he didn't want to ruin the front of the car and the aesthetics of the car by sticking a radiator up front with some giant hole or something. The radiator was originally all the way in the back, and he said he could drive it around all day with no problem. But as soon as he got on the highway, it would like create a vacuum around the back of the car and it would start overheating on him. So his final solution was moving the radiator in front of the engine, right behind the driver's seat, and running ductwork right from the little grill opening in the front bumper, right down the center tunnel of the car and into the radiator. He no longer has any problems, and he kept some Zeus fittings in there so in the wintertime he can pop a little cover off and get some fresh air into the car as well. When I asked Justin, hey man, what's the most rewarding part of this car for you? He said just driving it. He didn't hesitate, just driving it. He really enjoys driving this car. He said he's been so busy with shows lately since he got these fenders done that he hasn't had a lot of time to drive it, but he said that is definitely his favorite part of this car, is running it up and down the canyon roads. Justin's had a lot of help building this car, and just like us, we appreciate it. We appreciate sponsors who are willing to help out some of us smaller guys that don't have the $1 million budgets to build something, but we have the creativity and the initiative to take and get out there and build something wild and crazy. So he really thanked Ineos for their sponsorship, for Toyo and Willwood as well. Ibach and Status Racing have both helped him out. Noco Batteries is another one that really came through for him and helped him out with their new lithium-ion battery. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this cool little Renault Dauphine, this crazy little car. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would have done different if you were building it maybe. Check back in for more videos and follow along as we build more cool stuff ourselves.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you guys like to support our channel, go to our website at maniacsgarage.com. Check out the merch we have on there. Hats, t-shirts, decals, and more.